let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, not expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb?
Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney, and I hope you guys are not too miserable right now with the whole coronavirus social distancing thing. But I thought I would make this video to kind of entertain you if you have nothing else to do. I wanted to talk about some ideas I have that I think would make the game better. And I got to thinking about all this because of the recent changes that Niantic has made to the game. One of those changes is that they're going to implement something called Today View. We will be able to keep track of our 7-day streaks for spinning a Pokestop and for catching the first Pokemon for the day. So that will be cool because I know I've personally missed that without putting a star piece or lucky egg probably the whole 4 years I've been playing. So I'm glad that they made that change, and they're also going to be giving us 100 Pokeballs from what I understood. That they're going to be giving us 100 Pokeballs for 1 coin once a week. So they can't give us everything, you know, because they still have to make some money. So that, I feel like that's fair. So here goes my ideas, okay? And some of you might, I mean, you can disagree. We can agree to disagree. You don't have to agree to my ideas, but I just want to throw this out there. I've been asking for so long, and tell me if it's not a good idea, and why wouldn't they do this? Maybe it's not in their favor, but if we were able to filter our like the top 20 Ultra Friends closest to best friends, and then further sort it by those who you haven't interacted with yet today, then it would make things so much easier to just give the gifts to the people that you really want to give them to. But we can't do that. We can't sort. Like, I don't want my best friends to show up at the top for giving gifts to. Like, I want to have that option where I want my best friends to be in a whole different location for best friends, and then I want everybody else that's not a best friend over here. Makes it easier to decide who to give gifts to, as far as for leveling up our friendship instead of scrolling through every time. It's so annoying. And I would love to be able to click on a friend and then just swipe and swipe and swipe and swipe and
swipe and swipe and swipe and swipe
And swipe and swipe and swipe.
and swipe and go through all my friends like that, to the left or to the right, you know? Like, do an appraisal for your Pokemon and you can just swipe it to the left or to the right, and then it just automatically does the appraisal for your Pokemon. I want to be able to do that, but for my friends. I want to see, swipe, where's our friendship at? Okay, nope, swipe
and swipe and swipe and swipe
instead of having to back out all the way. So that's, you know, tell me if that's not a good idea. All right. So also, since Ingress already has like an in-game chat thing, I think we should have an in-game chat thing to be able to chat with people within 5 to 10 kilometers though. So, because, you know, you guys know I'm totally anti-spoofing and all that. So, and then also have a system for checking in or joining a raid. And then whenever the first person arrives to said agreed upon raid location, then the timer stops and everybody has like 15 minutes to get there. And then after the 15 minutes, if somebody doesn't get there, everybody can either choose to proceed or to back out, you know, and they can base that off of whatever that person's saying in the chat. Now, I know that sounds like a whole new, like, something that would slow the system down and everything, but I have an idea for clearing up some of the Pokemon Go main storage, whatever. So I think it would be cool if we'd be able to upload our Pokemon into like a cloud, but I'm not talking about like that Pokemon Go home thing. No, I'm talking about somewhere where you can get them back if you want exactly how you sent them, like a closet, you know, like Dropbox, for example. You know, I want to send my Pokemon that I'm not going to be using for raids or for PvP, but I want to save them. Maybe my perfects that aren't used for anything. I want to be able to send those type of Pokemon into a cloud storage, so I only have to have what I want to deal with at the time, and then I can always just pull them back whenever I want to maybe trade shinies or something. So I think that would be cool. And oh, speaking of raids, like, I wish that they did not recommend any Pokemon in the raid lobbies for anybody, because then maybe people would be asking, oh, what should I use? And then maybe they would learn more, you know. And speaking of which, I don't think that anyone under level 33 should be able to do level 5 raids. I know. This is one of the things that I was saying that might like upset a few people, but hear me out. Okay. So the thing is, I think you should earn your way to be able to get legendaries. Because I hate it when there's just like that level 20 person. I mean, it is exciting and it's nice to see them excited about catching their first legendary and everything, but I don't think that they should be able to join because they don't understand anything about counters and types and stuff like that. And a lot of you still don't understand that or don't pay attention or don't care. But I just feel like once you know, you guys, it's so different. I was like that too. I was totally like, oh, I don't care, IVs. I didn't even know what an IV was until like a year after I was playing. And once I found out, I was like, seriously, all my Pokemon suck. And then I started paying attention to types and the moves and the base stats. I started doing some research and all that. And it makes a big difference. And if you learn it and everything, it makes for a more enjoyable experience. You appreciate the opportunities you have to go raid, period. You know, like even more than before. And this is coming from someone that's done like over 2,000 raids combined. At least one of them anyways. I don't know. I'm almost at 2,000, I think, just with the legendaries. And with the non-legendaries, I'm almost, I don't know, 1,200 or something like that. So anyways, however, I still think that it should be harder for those, if they do that, it should be harder for the higher leveled people so that they too understand that they should have learned by then, or they need to learn immediately what they need to do. They need to use their Stardust, they need to use those charge TMs and those fast TMs and get the right moves so we can do some damage and move on to the next raid. Speaking of which, I also think that we should be able to see raids up to 15 kilometers away, because it just makes it easier here in like a rural area to organize raids. So we could look at all these raids and we could be like, okay, we're gonna go to this one, and then that one. You know, because we're able to see that far. But you know, when we don't have that option, it's kind of like, I don't know, we're gonna have to look, and then the whole group breaks up, and then no one does any raids because then that one person didn't come back or whatever. So that would really help. I think that non-legendary community day shinies, so they're not evolved, I don't think they should be counted as special trades. Like, what do they have to lose? Nothing. What do we have to lose? Probably we'll get a worse IV one and permanently get stuck with it because we don't want to throw away a shiny Pokemon. So why not? I just think it's stupid that they're considered special trades. Okay. Another thing, perfect or excellent throws to legendaries or any raid boss that you just got your Pokemon's butt whipped with whatever, that you took your 5 minutes to beat, tapping as hard as you could. I think it should be an automatic catch. Like, I don't know that many people that can do multiple like excellent throws and at a time, so it's not like, I just think it's earned at that point. If you do an excellent throw, it's earned. You get that. They're not easy. I think that raid rewards should be given based off the trainer level, the gym badge status, and how many friends that you raided with that you did not raid with within the last 24 hours, just to keep the group changing and get everybody to like hang out with each other. You know, this is talking after this coronavirus thing has passed, hopefully, you know, like when it's safe to do so. In order to get people, different groups going, instead of having all these little mini groups with their multiple phones, which I'll admit it, I'm one of those. I hate being one of those. Like, the reason I have another phone is so that when I'm out there and there's not enough of us, I'll pull that phone out and I will use it so we can win the raid. Otherwise, I hate it. I hate it because it is cheating. I hate it when I jump in a raid thinking that we don't have enough and then we have more than enough. And then I'm like, I'm not going to waste that raid pass. But because people don't communicate, that's like a big issue. If they put something in place like that so that you'd had to change up who you're raiding with, different friends that you're raiding with, and they made friendships lose appreciation, just like your Pokemon and gyms. If you don't interact after a while, that would keep your other friends also still coming, you know? Like, it doesn't mean you can't raid with the same people, but if you raid with the same people too many times, then your rewards are less and less. That way it encourages more people to hang out with each other of different groups, you know, socialize. Which actually, now that I'm talking about it, I started this channel and I never really gave a background about myself or anything. But the reason I started playing Pokemon Go was, number one, I like Pokemon, and who wasn't a fan? You know, if you were ever a fan, you probably were interested when this came out. But I started leading raids though to get over my social anxiety. Like, I have it really bad. Like, right now I'm having the time of my life being alone at home, and I'm not afraid to talk to a phone, but you put 2 or 3 people in front of me and I want to throw up. I just want to leave. I want to be gone. And when I do, like currently where I'm at with progress on that, like I thought that maybe if I force myself to be out there and talk and maybe play a leadership role, that it would help me, like therapeutically maybe. So that's why I started leading raids. And then since I've kind of like not been doing that, because I don't know, it seems it's one thing after another. Right now it's the social isolation because coronavirus. But my current status with that is I still, to this day, like if I'm around, well, not lately, but recently, if I was around a lot of people, I would just leave. I don't like saying goodbye. I don't want to even talk. I'm over here just hoping that they still like me next time they see me, or that they just ask me. Usually you can ask all my friends. Friends. They're like, oh, where'd you go last time? You didn't even say bye. What happened to you? What? You know, usually my husband gets stuck saying, oh, she went to sleep, or oh, she went home, she was tired, or whatever. But really, it's just like I get so anxious. I just wanna be gone. I want to get away from everybody. I want to go home, and I just want to cuddle up in my room and just close the door. So when I was a lot younger, you know, I did get bullied in school when I was in elementary school, and it's something that if you've ever experienced it, you never forget it. You never forget the names of the people that called you names. You don't forget how that felt, and it can mess with you. And this is a thing, you know, that causes social anxiety. And I learned this in my psychology class that I took last semester. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Before you go, there's one more thing. Like, I thought of this last night, and I was like, okay, what could I do to like help entertain everybody, like Pokemon related, at home? And so I made this. I don't have it here on this phone, but I made this. There's an app where you can like create your own little colorful wheel that you can spin, and you can put in all the different options. So I put in a bunch of about 10 things that I could do for the day and focus on that for the day, Pokemon related. For example, one is like catch Pokemon. The other one's evolve Pokemon. The other ones do shadow stops. The other one is do solo raids. And these all like still support social distancing. So create art, Pokemon art. I have one art project over here. This right here. I'm making this for my friend who has been going through a really, really tough time. And it's going to be a Mimikyu when it's all done. I need to have my husband spray paint it white, and then I have like this fabric that I'm going to put over it and all kinds of stuff. So I could work on that anytime soon. I also want to go by the Dollar Tree, as much as I don't want to go in there and touch anything or breathe in there or anything, but I want to go and just grab an like a drawing book, because one of my things ever since I was younger, like that I stood out for it, and I got like so many rewards throughout little school and elementary and middle school and high school and all that, was for my artwork. I just so happen to like, or people like my art, I guess. I mean, what art isn't good? But like, it really does help me relax, you know. and I haven't done it in so long, but I would love to show you guys my art and maybe make it Pokemon themed. So I was thinking I'll just spin that wheel at the beginning of each day, starting today, and I'll just focus on whatever it lands on, you know. Well, not starting today because it's a school day, but starting tomorrow maybe. So I can make a video every day, and we'll spin the wheel, and whatever it falls on, I will make a video on that. So yeah, just stay safe and watch my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys haven't. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
The skies, hoping for the best, not expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live.